real quick here before it starts to rain, which looks like it might do pretty quick here. I'm going to try to do something about that strip, just a little bit. You can see I've done some cleanup work down here, and I've done some weeding over there already, but that strip really needs some just a little bit of help. Now, it doesn't seem to look much different, does it? Let's go down and take a look. As you saw, all I did was cut the grass down and the weeds down a bit. I've left the stuff around. I didn't do much to any of this. And what use is this going to be to me? I mean, sure, it looks a little neater, but what's the purpose? Well, what has been a curse for me, not being able to get out here and do stuff, has actually been a real boon for the soil, because I left it alone. I left it alone, and all this grass grew. All this lovely green matter is now going to provide my soil with enough nitrogen so that when I do dig it up in about a month or so, I'm not going to need to fertilize at all, because I need that first flush of nitrogen to really get the plants going. And all this that I've cut off the top is going to break down fairly easily, because now it's in small pieces instead of big long strands. So the soil microbacteria, all the life in there, the worms, can easily come along and break it down even further. This is going to provide an invaluable source of carbon when I do get out here with a shovel and put it in the ground. Now, I'm going to leave this open. Why? Haven't I been attempting to keep the deer out of here? Well, I have been, until now. However, even the deer can be useful to me. You can see there's absolutely no plants that I want to protect in here right now. I want the deer to come in here, graze off whatever, tasty grass there might be, mow that down a bit if they want, and more importantly, poop. I want deer poo in here. That's also going to give me some extra nutrients that the deer have already processed, and that too will be invaluable. And I know there are deer here because I see them almost every single morning. So, here you go, dear. It is now your buffet. A couple days later, well, I'm going to do a little more work. Not a lot, because I'd really like to go inside and sit down. We've been sick for a couple of days. But I really, really want to get this hydroponic system put together. Solar panel out of the way. These are indoor-outdoor cords, but I still don't like them very exposed. All the way up. I'm wondering if I can get an extension for this, because I don't think this is going to fit very well. Might. Ooh. That's kind of a doozy there, huh? If I let it. I guess this won't be the worst. Be all right there. Ah. Don't worry, I haven't gotten rid of the tomatoes. They're out getting a little bit of sun today. Guess I may as well move this while I am at it. Well, while I'm at it, I may as well just redo the whole system, since I have the nippers. Nice and neat there. Oh, be careful. So frustrating. There we go. Need to go and buy some more little ones. Little zip ties. Not having the shields, both shields on these, it makes it very difficult to actually point them in the right direction. Very frustrating. All right, neat. All right. go. There. Nice, neat, tidy. No more cords hanging down. Really don't. Difficult. There we go. All right. Well, this will be difficult because not only do I have to push the water from the floor all the way up here, but now I will have to deal with the height of these lights. I'm really tempted to get more, but it's going to be expensive. It's 60 bucks for a set, and I just can't afford that right now. I'll build it on this shelf and then move it up. Of course, remember last year we just had these two connected. Is that a caterpillar? Looks like it, doesn't it? Can you see it? Right here? Actually looks like it's either it's cocooned. Yep, it looks like it's cocooned. Probably a moth. Well, it can't stay in the greenhouse. No. This connects these two. But then I have to make sure that there's a hole big enough for this through one of these, and that's just not going to work real well for this greenhouse at this very moment. Problem after problem. So this setup is not going to work for this particular arrangement. Those can go back in the garage. Fortunately, motor's still here. Motor's still in great condition. I know where this is. It's inside the closet. It's fine. And I still have both connectors for the end, but one of these is going to stay off. And then I'll make, maybe over here, I'll leave that end open, close off this end, and then have it running maybe down that way. I also know this silver tape was not good enough to actually prevent growth in the water. I'm going to have to paint this black. I'm going to need primer and black spray paint to paint this all black. Will this fit any better than it did last year? No, it actually doesn't stick out as much as it did last time. So that might be all right. I'll also move it down just a little bit. Or again, get a new one of these. And maybe I could paint the outside of this black too. If I'm getting primer, I may as well just paint the outside of this black. To really help to cut down on the growth of algae. I like this plan. This is a good plan. I'd actually like a bigger one of these. I may just buy another one of these and make it the full length. And then put this here. Easier access. And of course, move all this electrical junk out of the way. There we go. See if I can show you what's happening on the Bluetti. Sometimes it doesn't like to connect, and I just have to tap the panel again to activate. My Bluetooth is active. This is one problem I have with the Bluetti. Sometimes when I go to this and tap on it, it says it's connecting. And it says it's not found. It's very frustrating, and I don't know why it happens. My Bluetooth is just fine. Everything's connected. I have a good strong connection. But it's just not maybe if I close the app again and open it. My devices. And still not found. That is very frustrating. That is very frustrating indeed. Now I know it's working because the lights are on. The lights are connected to the battery. The battery is actually not connected to power, and the solar panels aren't out. So everything is being powered by the battery right now. It should work for, you know, a couple hours, a couple good hours. But I just can't show you what's going on inside the battery because it doesn't want to connect. Maybe I'll get it to work later. Now this goes with this light, and I will get this light put up somewhere along here, along with the very last light that's in here. What I really want to do is be able to get this up here so that it is not hanging down. And this still is, it's concerning. It is concerning. Also, I have this here, and that doesn't make me feel great either. I may have to put it along here just to have enough length to reach everything. So for now, I'll plug this back in. Grr, just grr. Here should be okay. Should be all right. I really do want to put a shelf here anyway. Come on. This might actually work very well if I have it underneath here and then a shelf over it to protect the connections. Organization is hard. I think I can still put this behind this leg. I like this better. I like this better. It's possible I'll run out of zip ties before I get this figured out though. Plugging and unplugging today, huh? Oh, wow. I'm really gonna have to... Okay. These just... These don't work very well at all, do they? I am gonna have to put the other side of these on. I don't need. I already know electrical cords can be dangerous. All right. Yes. Go down. Like so. Yes. Like this. This is much less hazardous than it was before. There we go. So, pretty much all these cords are now out of danger. little bugs. You guys are gonna have to go too. Yep. Now we can see what it will look like. All nice and neat and tidy. Cord's taken care of. I need a new way to lift one end of this, decide where this box is going to be. I think maybe get a longer chain to padlock the solar panel. Maybe get some of this. I need some primer and some black spray paint. I need to set up the pump, and I also need to decide what substrate to put in here. I'm tempted to use perlite, but perlite can be a terrible attractant for algae. I have been toying with the thought of maybe black weed cloth on top. I guess I'll have to see. Obviously cardboard won't work. And I don't necessarily want just pots in there if I can help it. Rocks are going to be way, way too heavy. As easy as rocks are to take care of, rocks are going to be way too heavy. I've already managed to establish that. And it looks like it needs a little sweep out, and the rubber mats need to be maybe wiped off. So for now, this is the hydroponics unit a step closer to reality. This is what I should have been doing 3 or 4 months ago, before everything took its downturn, and now I'm finally getting the opportunity to get it going.